Good weather at Brands Hatch for rounds 3 and 4 of the Formula Parma Audi series. This brand new championship enjoying ideal conditions as the drivers line up on the grid. Darren Turner and Justin Keane, 36 thousandths of a second apart in qualifying, the two Brits first and second on the grid. Well, maybe local knowledge is having something to do with the way the field has shaken down, because it's another British driver, third quickest, Richard Tarling. He won the first championship round at Croft in North Yorkshire. Alongside him, another Brit, Martin Smith, in the familiar black and yellow number 5 machine. Justin Wilson, Edward Redfern and Peter Clark are 5th, 6th and 7th on the grid before the first of the foreign drivers, Shinya Nakazawa, the Japanese, who's in 8th. The straight cut gearboxes clunk into gear, the clutches are set, the revs rise, everybody's ready to go. Round 3 of the championship is go. They're all the way, they're not all the way. That's Justin Wilson. Justin Wilson from 5th on the grid. We rode there with Topi Circular, the winner last time out, as he jinked around the stationary car, and it seems as though everybody has managed to get past Justin Wilson. Well, a disappointment of enormous magnitude for Wilson, qualified 5th, and unable to get away from the start there. Riding now with the Finnish driver, Topi Circular, winner last time out. That was at Snetterton. Pole position man Turner leads, Keane in second, and the black and yellow nose of Martin Smith showing in 3rd place. Well, really the yellow nose on the black car. 4th was the silver machine of Richard Tarling. He was 2nd at Snetterton last time out. Joint championship leader, and off goes the black and yellow machine. Martin Smith, that very distinctive wasp-coloured car, off into the gravel. Didn't make it round the first lap safely. Everybody else has. Doesn't seem to have been any contact. A couple of little gaps opening up in the field, but you'd expect that with a stationary car on the grid. That had been cleared away by the time they got round, so that's very brisk work indeed by the marshals. It's only 1.9 miles around this Brands Hatch Indy circuit, and in qualifying they were lapping in under 45 seconds. A little bit more from the standing start, but of course the marshals would have had to wait for the rest of the field to go by as well. There is our leader then, the black car, number 11, Darren Turner, right with him over the start-finish line in a moment. Meanwhile, in the midfield, Giuliano Pilgallo, the yellow car on the outside, as Bjorn Wertheim goes past him. They started 12th and 14th, so Wertheim is now 2 places further up the grid than he had been at the start. There is an award for somebody to make up the most places. I think perhaps that Justin Wilson will be the man who has most need of making up places. Having started dead last, the marshals did get him away, so he'll be tigering his way past as many people as possible. Turner coming round to the conclusion of another lap through McLaren, and the lead pack very close indeed. Richard Tarling and Justin Keane right with him. And then a little gap. The red car with the yellow helmet is number 14, Edward Redfern. He's in 4th place, started in 6th. And in qualifying he was just 0.36 of a second away from the pole position time. So these drivers very close indeed. Of course, Brands Hatch, a well-known circuit to all the British single-seater drivers in this series who have grown up with championships that take in Brands Hatch, Silverstone and all the other venues on the Formula Parma Audi circuit. Number 22 behind Redfern in 5th place is Shinya Nakazawa, so he's up from 8th on the grid, and that shows the disturbance of the early order because of that stall car of Justin Wilson, who should have got away in 5th place. And there is Wilson, the number 6 machine. He should be in this battle here as Richard Tarling goes down the inside. Oh, and he's made contact. His nose wing went under the rear wheel of Justin Keane's darker blue machine. Keane still going in 2nd place, but look, damaged left front wing. That's very bad news indeed for Richard Tarling, even on a circuit like this Brands Hatch Indy course that doesn't require a huge amount of downforce. It'll really affect the handling badly. See the way it washes out in the corner? Look again, he's going down the inside. Justin Keane turns in, tries to make the apex, thinks there's more room than there is perhaps. Well, Richard Tarling, bad news for him, I'm afraid. Bad news too for Stephen White. That's the Australian driver whose car started the season orange. He's had an altercation with a paint factory, or a new paint job on the car to link up with his sponsorship deal. And there through the shot went Bjorn Wertheim in his very multicoloured car, and that is Martin Smith being passed there by the number 6 machine. So Justin Wilson has now got past Smith, who went off on the first lap, remember. 24, Giuliano Moro at the head of this group has also got a crunched nose wing, and that means everybody else will be queuing up behind him. Look, it's almost been ripped off the car as he's run into the back of somebody at speed. Well, that won't be helping him much. Here they come then, this group, the 10 to 20 positions. Topi Sergula, number 4, haranguing the back of Sam Hancock, newcomer to the series, young Sam. Just 18 years old, raced in Formula Vauxhall Junior last year, came 10th in the championship, and this is a big step up in power and performance for him. Wheels interlocking there as Bjorn Wertheim goes around the outside of 99 Ian James, now down the hill on the inside line and picks up the position. He is now the next closest chaser to Giuliano Moro at the head of that bunch. Here are the leaders though. Turner and Keane, first and second. In third place, it's Nakazawa. Then the 2 red cars, Redfern and Clark. Edward Redfern with that distinctive yellow helmet. It's almost like a Scale Extric car I once owned. Peter Clark right behind him. And again, Bjorn Wertheim looking to make a move on Giuliano Moro. Put himself well up into the top 10 positions, and a problem there for Martin Smith. Very nearly lost it under brake as he tried to avoid taking off his nose wing. We've seen that happen several times now. And look at this, the number 6 on the move as well. Justin Wilson really starting to push himself up the order as again this challenge on Sam Hancock. Topi Sergula's inside him this time. No, he's not. Hancock driving with a maturity beyond his years, no question about it. And there's Brazil's C. Suzanne, number 27, in her own little battle for position as they go 3 abreast. Fantastic stuff as he threads the eye of the needle. Oh, fantastic. The number 6 machine straight through the middle. Justin Wilson, a good move by him. Still no luck for Bjorn Wertheim getting into the head of this group. And now Wilson is right behind Sergula. And interesting to see that without the boost buttons, the reverse grids or anything else, drivers that have won races in these cars are already having to fight their way back up the order just because of the vagaries of qualifying. Suzanne spins at the hairpin at Druids. Hopefully she'll be out of the way. She's not when the leaders arrive. Hopefully she will stay exactly where she is. She will have to now until the whole field goes by. And here again, number 24, really defending hard. Giuliano Moro, the Brazilian driver, coming up to the hill to see his countrywoman still parked on the apex. The yellow flags are fluttering. No, she's gone to the outside. This time everybody gets to use the racing line on the tight right-hander at the top of the hill. And she rejoins. Chastened, but with the car all in one piece. The leaders, meanwhile, such is the pace of this track, coming around again to the checkered flag. It couldn't be closer between Turner and Keane, but Darren Turner wins round 3 of Formula Parma Audi from Justin Keane. And this battle will go all the way to the checkered flag. Everybody hoping to pick something up here. Giuliano Moro is 6th. Ian James is 7th. Bjorn Wertheim will be 8th. Across the line, Justin Wilson goes to 9th from last on the grid. There must be some Improvers Award in that, surely, ahead of Sam Hancock. So there's the winner, Darren Turner, getting the trophy from Jonathan Palmer. And he's got a few of those at home. Indeed, both of them have. Justin Keane second then from Shinya Nakazawa. Edward Redfern, a great 4th, his best result of the year so far. And Keane now the championship leader.